let's take a look at lists in HTML. Now, I'm not going to cover everything about lists. I'm just going to give you a general overview, and the book will go into a little bit more into the style attributes associated with it. Okay, but I want to bring up Notepad. Got my HTML, my header section. You don't have to have a title on it if you don't want to. This demonstrates lists. And I'm going to put in the body. Close the body, close the HTML. Okay. Now, I'm going to create a list here. And this list is going to be movies that I've watched. And there's different ways I could enhance that, of course. Put your B for bold on there. And I still have not located the end in my calculator. I don't think it actually, or calculator. Oh, there it is on my keyboard. There's my end. And then I put /B here for the bold. So I'm going to do an ordered list first to show what that looks like. And I'm going to end it with the OL. Again, the O is ordered and the L is for lists. Now if I do an LI here, I'm watching, I think, a movie called Vampires now. It's by John Carpenter. I know what you did last summer. The Faculty. Those are all movies that have been on last 24 hours. And I'll save that and change this to all. And I'll say this is lists.html. Go to my folder and double click lists. There it is. And you see it does 1, 2, 3. Ordered goes numerically 1, 2, 3, and so forth. Now, if I want a different list, if I want to put those in an unordered list, because 1, 2, 3 kind of implies do step 1, step 2, step 3. Well, here you just list the movies. That's what unordered list is. And let's say, what else have I watched? Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Something like that. I still know what you did last summer. Oh, I don't know. Let's say The Cowboys, John Wayne. I didn't watch that recently, but I couldn't think of what other movies I've watched. Maybe I haven't. I don't really watch them. I have them on while I'm working. Let's see. Terminator. There we go. Now if I save that, come over here and refresh that, I see instead of there being numbers, there's little bullets to the side of it. Now you can have one list embedded in another list. So let's come down here and I'll say math topics. And then I'm going to do an unordered list. /UL. And I'll put an LI here and I'll put college algebra. And then within college algebra, I'm going to put an unordered list. And this will be math topics like solving linear equations. And then within that, I can have an ordered list. I'm doing this indentation just to really demonstrate how they're embedded. You don't need to do that. And here I'm going to say li And let's see. First step, get rid of parentheses. Second step, get rid of fractions. Third step, get everything with an X on one side, numbers on the other side. And last step, divide both sides by the number in front of the X. Okay. So let's see what that looks like with all that embedding. So you see I got college algebra here and then solving linear equation. And you notice it's got a different, I don't know if I can make this bigger or not. I guess I can. You notice it's got a different bullet. It's an open circle. And then my numbering here. Now, if we're getting rid of parentheses, if I wanted to break that down further, and let's say I break it down with an ordered list, no, actually, now that I think about it, that didn't make any sense for there. But let me get rid of that, and we'll get rid of fractions by doing that. Okay. Now to get rid of fractions, what we need to do is, I got an ordered list in there, is we will write the prime factorization of each number, of each denominator. You'd think I don't teach this on a regular basis. And then we find the LCM, and I won't write out how we do that. And then we'll multiply all the terms by the LCM. Okay, so let's save that. So you notice we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then within the fractions, we got 1, 2, 3. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it? That's why the book covers the different styles. And I don't have these memorized myself, so I'm cheating, looking at the book when I'm doing this part. For our ordered list, I'm going to say style equals, and then it's list style type, and I want this to be lower alpha, so I'll say lower alpha. Okay, so let's save that now, and it changes them to A, B, and C, which is what I'd want. Sometimes it changes the when you embed it like that, it'll change it to a different one. Sometimes it keeps the numbering, which is confusing. So sometimes you do have to look that up in order to get the proper look on your steps. In this video, we took a look at how to do the lists, and definitely we don't cover all of it. And the book even talks about items that you don't necessarily need at this point, but the book emphasizes that you have a closing LI. Eventually that'll become important. But you notice when I refresh, it doesn't actually do anything at this point. Some of this is an older version of this markup language. The HTML is a markup language, and the newer versions coming out say you need to close it with this. So eventually, it'll probably be every web page has to have that. It can't just have an LI. But for now, you don't necessarily need that at the end. But anyway, that's lists.